Hello and welcome to Sci-Fi Night LIGHT, where I talk about random topics that somehow relate to sci-fi and horror. So, it's easy to look at big movie actors and think that they've always been famous, but we all had humble beginnings and much like the rest of us, needed to take jobs to pay the bills. This means that a surprising amount of A-list actors have had roles in B-movie schlock. For example, George Clooney may be one of the most respected actors around, but did you know that his first credited feature film was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes 2?
Thirsty, I'll tell you, when I'm thirsty, I go out and I get myself a Pepsi-Cola.
Wow, a Pepsi-Cola.
Yeah, you know, it's the choice of a new generation.
Yeah, that's right. Imagine modern-day George Clooney starring in a film about vegetables that kill people. That's still not as embarrassing as the shitfest that is Batman and Robin, though.
I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Tender. Thing! Snow miser. Whatever I touch turns the snow into clouds.
Come on, sing! Louder, come on, sing!
Because didn't you apologise to the crowd at Comic-Con for Batman and Robin? I always apologise for Batman.
However, that's just one of many big-name actors who have starred in trash films before they became famous, so let's check out some more. So if you ever watched TV during the 90s, movies in the 2000s, or if you know what a TV is, then you probably know of the classic sitcom Friends. The show transformed Jennifer Aniston from a young talent into a superstar, and she's the most successful expert that the sitcom has had. But before she was doing the smash hit Friends, she starred in something much shittier, the 1993 horror film Leprechaun.
This is a joke, right?
A film about the most vertically challenged slasher villain ever. In the movie, Aniston plays the daughter in a family that gets stalked by, well, you guessed it, an evil, vengeful leprechaun.
Is that me gold?
What the hell are you?
I'm a leprechaun, me dear.
And he really wants his gold back.
Me golden delicious gold.
It's a super silly B-film that's a bit of a cult classic.
There you go.
Still though, I don't think Aniston wants us to remember her for this role.
Okay. I'll go with that theory.
While on the topic of heartthrobs, Leonardo DiCaprio recently won his first Oscar. It's about time, but I understand why it took a while considering his first film, which was none other than 1991's Critters 3. A pretty crappy film that me and my buddy Fedora reviewed over on his channel, which you can view by clicking the link here. Critters 3 is probably the weakest of a franchise and features some pretty ridiculous moments. In it, DiCaprio plays... I don't give a shit.
Hey, come on, you can't help being an asshole!
And honestly, neither do you probably. It's basically baby DiCaprio fighting off alien hairballs. What more can be said? Though DiCaprio more or less looks the same now as he did then, but with some more facial hair.
I hate you. I wish you were dead!
Let's go back to Friends. I think it's fair to say that the second biggest star of the series was Courtney Cox, who would go on to do the Scream films amongst others. But way before Scream and Friends, she did He-Man Masters of the Universe in 1987, based on the classic cartoon He-Man, a show famous for blurring the lines of sexuality since 1983. The movie is a pretty big departure from the animated series as it mostly takes place on Earth, and features He-Man getting into so much wacky hijinks that you think Michael Bay wrote this film.
Right.
Though, to be honest, aside from a lot of bare male chest, this film's got quite a bit of 80s charm that's just plain cheesy fun. Check it out if you want something silly but nice, like when your uncle gets drunk at Christmas and insists on singing Katy Perry.
Somebody help me!
Let's move on to another Oscar winner, Matthew McConaughey. Sure, he's recognized for winning an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club, but here at Sci-Fi Night, we remember him for his borderline insane performance in 1994's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4: The Next Generation. In the film, a group of teens get into a car crash in the Texas woods, only to fall prey to a crazy family that lives there, one of which is Wilmer, played by McConaughey, whose performance is hard to describe. It's like if you take 1/3 Nicolas Cage losing his shit, throw in some coked up Dennis Hopper from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and top it off with the antics of your local crackhead,
Don't tell anybody I'll kill you!
then you've almost got it locked down.
And the Oscar goes to...
Oh yeah, this film also features Renee Zellweger, also before she became famous, and also in a role I'm sure she wishes we could forget.
Oh, God.
We're gonna finish off with a stunning actress who's done her fair share of bad action films, but we're going to embarrass her with her worst. Angelina Jolie is widely regarded as an amazing actress, and that's mostly warranted. But that's usually not when you consider her role in the 1993 film Cyborg 2: Glass Shadow, a title that's as confusing as it is meaningless. In the film, which takes place in 2074, an evil corporation builds the almost human-like cyborg Casella Reese, also called Cash, specifically designed to charm and seduce her way into rival companies' property and then self-detonate. Yep, you heard that right, this corporation basically builds sexy cyborg suicide bombers.
Why me?
Hashtag politically incorrect. Things don't work out as expected though, as the power of love is too strong and Jolie and one of the corporation workers fall in love and run away.
It's in my program.
When Jolie was on Inside the Actors Studio, she mentioned that she did a fantastic B-movie. When James Lipton asked if it was a happy experience, she answered, "It was until I saw it." She's also quoted as telling the New York Times that she went home and got sick after seeing the film. As much as she hates it, I still kind of think it's enjoyable B-movie schlock. It's stupid, it's cheesy, but that's kind of a point.
You wish.
So that about does it for this episode of Sci-Fi Night. We hope you enjoyed it. If I missed your favorite schlock role by a big name actor, by all means let me know what it is in the comments below. I'm your host, Sebastian Mendel Martinez, and I'll catch you guys next time.
I've got a real problem with Tara. I'll say that's the ugliest little red dog I've ever seen. What I mean is, she's acting strange. Buddy, she likes you. You're no help at all.